Hi everybody, this is Corey from Superior Finds Reselling Adventure. Now another name for me is the Linen Lady. I sell many textiles and linens that you find in your house every day. I sell curtains, I sell table runners, tablecloths, valances, shower curtains, placemats, napkins, kitchen towels, bedding. I sell lots of bedding. So any fabric you can find in your home, I do sell it. I find it in abundance at thrift stores and estate sales. They are very, very cheap. I find them in large lots on online auctions. So linens are great. They are a great, great asset to your store. Most of my linens, they will sell between $10 and $20. However, I do have many as well that'll sell for a lot more. So today we're going to look at vintage curtains in particular. And what I look for when I buy the vintage curtains and how much they can go for. I mean, I think you will be very pleasantly surprised. So let's take a look. So the first item I want to show you today are these adorable vintage Sears Mary Mushroom curtain panels. We all know Mary Mushrooms. Mushrooms are trending right now. I've sold the canisters. I've never found these in person. And let me just so you all know, these are not my listings. These are listings I have found online. So we have a set of curtains, and they sold for $164.95. Next, we have Ralph Lauren, which, if you sell Ralph Lauren bedding, you do know how much it goes for, especially the vintage prints. The curtains are also in that same category. I mean, this is just a valance. It's sold for $169.95. It is a vintage Ralph Lauren print. So yeah, Ralph Lauren, anything in textiles, absolutely put it in your cart. And something I like to look for in textiles, curtains especially, are the vintage abstract prints. That they came out in the 60s, just the very bright, vivid patterns. You can tell by the weave these are like a heavier set of curtains. But yeah, I will pick these up all day. And the great thing about curtains is that really you can pick any type up that has a great pattern. They don't have to be a brand name. We have Ralph Lauren, of course, but these are unmarked and they sold for $175. And this is another case of it being all in the print. These boho 60s flower curtains. Now there are 4 curtains here that they sold for $200, which is good. What I usually do, if I have more than one curtain, I will sell this. Like if I had this, for example, I would price each curtain at $50, and then if a person wanted more than one, they would just put the quantity they needed. But this is a good sale, absolutely. Now this is not a curtain per se, and this may not be vintage. However, I always love toile, and toile is this French countryside pattern. You see it a lot of times. It's black and white, green and white. It's the print that just shows villagers. It's very iconic. Now this is Waverly, which is a great brand, defined. And this fabric was specifically made for curtains. So a lot of people will buy the fabric and then have curtains made from it. Now this did sell on a best offer. It was $180. I don't know how much it did sell for. Toile is a very, very highly sought after pattern. So if you do see toile, definitely pick it up. Now here's Pottery Barn. You can't go wrong with Pottery Barn. There's really not much to say about Pottery Barn except you just pick it up. Anytime you see it, you pick it up, unless it's extremely damaged. This is a nice floral curtain, and these are actually 2 panels. There's the tag. Again, we have Ralph Lauren. The print is Kimberly. These were drapes, so a set of 2. These sold for $200. There's the price tag, or not the price tag, but the label. Now this is another brand name to look for, this Crosskill. This is a vintage pattern. Now how can you tell a vintage floral pattern like this? You may wonder. And I would say look at the color. You know it's from the 90s when there is a cream or beige background. So it's a throwback to the Art Nouveau era. But they had, their patterns are pretty eye-catching. You know, like I can tell now if a pattern's from the 90s just by the way the flowers are bunched together and they look, and the background. But there is the Crosskill tag. These woven, you know, 70s pattern. Now this says 50s, 60s, which, okay, yeah. This woven 50s, 60s pattern. Our grandmas had them at their house. So these are very popular. This is just one curtain and it's sold for $169.95. These are beautiful. They're vintage. They are pinch pleats. You can tell at the top that's pinch pleat right there. Really, they're just a pretty curtain. You can tell it has a damask print. And it's not in the title, damask, but it should have been, I think. These sold for $200. They were well made and no flaws. So here's some more toile. And this is a more popular background for toile. It's more of a, I say, a cream, sometimes white. And this is, see, it's like a carnival toile pattern, so that's interesting. That's different. These sold for $225, and it was a set of 4. Now here are some very 80s curtains. Crosskill. You know, when I come across these curtains, I love selling these. They're just so princess frilly. I think I would have put that in the title. Absolutely. Frilly is definitely a keyword that I do think some people look for. Now these curtains, look at the lace trim. It's like a crochet lace trim or edge. I would also put that in the description as well. But these sold for $206.10. It's a very nice, iconic set. Now these are great. They're very colorful, very fun. They have just the print. I mean, look at that. It's a nice 60s, 70s print. It has the mushrooms and the jungle theme. These are 4 curtains. Stevens Utica. $280 they sold for. Oh, and look at that fringe. The fringe is perfect. And again, here are some more woven curtains. Now these are 10 pieces. And someone bought them for $250. And I mean, I get why they were all sold together. I mean, look at the valance on this one. Or I guess you can call it like the header of the curtain. It's very interesting. Oh, here's the tag, JCPenney. But yeah, these are really cool. They definitely take you back. So a lot of what you'll find in the higher end curtains, or the curtains, especially the vintage curtains that sell for a lot of money, are made from bark cloth. Bark cloth, and here's a great close-up. Do you see how the weave is on the bark cloth? And you can really tell by feel on this type of fabric. It's like a smooth, it's a little hard for me to explain, but if it's like it's not too heavy, but it's a very smooth textured type of fabric. So that is bark cloth, and it has a great tropical pattern. Very nice. And this sold for $2.95. And then we have our antique curtains. I do sell a lot of lace curtains, a lot of, the sheer or net lace, a lot of crochet lace. Lace curtains have always been popular, very popular. I mean, they're even sold today. So these, however, they're antique. They're French filet net lace. You can tell the age just by the way they were made. If you look closely at the leaves there, and the way the fabric looks as well, you can tell that is an older fabric. Remarkable that there are no little holes in this. Let's see, I think there was, so really good condition, beautiful pattern. And so these were 8 panels, which is incredible, and they sold on a best offer from $350. Now I thought these were neat. These textured panels. Now this is actually, it's a curtain drape. It's just one curtain. But look at the texture and look at the hem. I mean, it's so intricate. So yeah, I would pick these up in a heartbeat. These would be they would set my radar off right away. See, look at that hemline. That is so cool. So these sold for, or this one curtain drape sold for $369. So then we have this pair of antique French portiere curtains, brown jacquard, floral trim, 1880s. These are definitely Victorian. Beautiful, beautiful pattern. Look at that. They sold for $385. There's a jacquard. And jacquard is a textile. It's a type of weave that gives it that raised textured pattern. Beautiful trim as well. That is just gorgeous. So $385. Now here's some. This is a really cool curtain. This is bark cloth. There we go. Here's a full view of it. Look at this abstract, cool design. See again the texture of the bark cloth. That is awesome. Sold for $395. And what gave it that price was the pattern and the type of fabric. Oops. All right, here we go. Some 1940s tartan plaid drapes. So really, this was just a pair of, looks like this was made from wool drapes in a nice, the red classic tartan plaid. They sold for $395. And really, there's not a clear picture of what they look like hanging. So yeah, that was a good sale. Again, we have some more antique lace curtains. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? These sold for $450. That is just very gorgeous, and to have these intact in one piece is just amazing. Okay, so this is a French vintage pink faded floral blackout curtain. Now this one did surprise me at this price. It's antique, and I'm trying to find the hemline here. You can tell by the back a little bit. And honestly, I don't know how old these are. They could be antique. I would have to put them in around the 1920s or before, right? But it very well could be. So yeah, this one sold for $475. Then we have these vintage Italian hand crochet filet lace curtain panels. So when you see that crochet filet lace, that is what it looks like. A lot of the crochet filet lace you'll find on tablecloths. This is a beautiful, beautiful curtain. Well, drapes. That's a pair for $600 they sold for. Here we go. There's both of them right there. Absolutely gorgeous. And last but not least, we have a vintage linen American antique curtain. So this could be, it could be antique. It could be vintage. I mean, almost antique. It's old. You can tell by the pattern. It's made of linen. Has a nice nautical ship design. Very interesting. So yeah, $695. And see, there's even wear on that on the back side of it. So yeah, curtains are wonderful sellers. I would just say when you do display them, when you do take pictures, I think this is a great way to take them. I do take pictures when they're on the floor as well, so a person sees the full panel. And if they are sheer or lace, I will hold them up to a window so you can see the light shining through them. Many, many times you'll get what you think is a white lace curtain, and you hold it up to the window, and it's in fact like a light blue or like an ivory color, and then the buyer may not be so pleased with you. So please keep that in mind. Please let me know if you like these. Give me a like. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you all on the next video.